and welcome to the Dennis Daniels Show's Otakon-A-Thon 2013, where we're bringing you the very best interviews from right here at Baltimore, Maryland for the 20th anniversary of Otakon. And my first guest at this time, well, he's not too unfamiliar with the Dennis Daniels Show. Back in August of 2010, he appeared on our program and kind of kamehameha at Zimmer Hall at the University of Cincinnati, and that's why we're not there anymore. He is the one, the only Mr. Kyle Hebert. Kyle, how are you doing, man?
Hey, I'm excellent. Good to be back.
Oh, it's been way too long. And you know, when we're getting ready to hit 5 years on the air, we're starting to bring back some of the guests that have made the show iconic and what it is today.
Great.
And guys like you and Vic Mignogna and Eric Stewart have just paved the way for us to interview guys like Jim Cummings, Tom Kenny, Billy West, the Fonz, and dare I say, John Cena.
Wow.
So yes, guys like you have laid the foundation for the Dennis Daniels Show to just evolve into this dream child, and it's become so incredible what we've done because of guys like you.
Well, great, man. I'm happy to help.
Okay, well, first off, 3 words. Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah.
We gotta talk about that. You were in a Disney movie. Holy crap.
Disney movie, yeah, I know. Pinch me. I can't believe it. When the first trailer hit, I was daydreaming, going, okay, there's the villains from Street Fighter. I wonder if, because there's still time, if they could maybe have a cameo. And then, magically, my agent calls and goes, Disney wants you for Wreck-It Ralph. I'm like, what? Mind blown. Could not believe it. Went in and recorded just solo, with the director, Rich Moore, who was actually the one who voiced Zangief, and it was just unreal. I got to record the cameo like over and over again because it kept evolving and getting funnier, and and the last time I went in, they actually showed me the footage for the scene, fully animated and everything. I mean, there was no lip sync to do, but it was just wild. I couldn't believe it, and he made the joke that it's like, we'll just keep rewriting and you'll just keep making session fees, and it's like, I'm okay with that. But it wasn't about the money. It was really about living a literal dream since childhood to get on a Disney movie.
I mean, so many voice actors dream of being in a Disney movie, and here you are voicing Ryu from Street Fighter, who I remember you talking about it when the new games were coming out in 2010, how you were, I hope they don't just take the audio from the previous games and put it in there. And here you go, you're saying something, and you're asking Ken to go to Tapper?
Let's go to Tapper's, Ken. Sure you can. In the first session I gave them, I said, Rich, his iconic attack move is Hadouken. So he said, yeah, give me 3 or 4. So I did. 2 weeks later, they come back and go, our animators actually did a Shoryuken instead, so give us that. Like, okay, that's rock and roll.
hey, it's dividends, baby. Disney's making it rain.
Yeah, this is one of those rare times where I'm going to see some back end. There are residuals involved, so it sold a lot of Blu-rays and DVDs and digital downloads, so hopefully later this year I'll be able to pay rent and then some.
Oh, yes. When I saw it, there was regular, Blu-ray, collector's edition Blu-ray, hells yeah.
Totally right.
And the only reason I bought it was because of you. The movie was fantastic.
The movie is fantastic.
But just when I saw you in there, I'm like, okay, Kyle's a bro. He does so much for the anime fans.
Yeah.
He invites them to be friends on his Facebook. He does Kyle TV. He does all this great stuff, and I gotta help this guy. He's just so cool, and I regret not bringing it for you to sign. It kills me.
It's okay. I'm a whore. I'm at a lot of conventions.
No, you are not a whore.
Well, a whore in a good way.
Is it possible to be a whore in a good way, Kyle? I'm not sure.
I don't know. Actors, part of the business is promotion, and convention appearances are promotion and getting your name out there. Social media is a way to get as a podcaster, to get the word out there for free. It's the best free marketing there is. Yeah.
Yes, but you're going to be seeing residuals, I think, for years to come, and when they start playing it on Disney Channel and Disney XD,
that'll be nice.
You'll be laughing to the bank, hopefully.
And I'm so happy that I say it, the VO community, there's several tiers. The Jim Cummings and the Billy West are like the top tier, and then the anime ones, they're not in the we're trying to get up to that level. But folks that have really made inroads, like Roger Craig Smith, who's Sonic in Wreck-It Ralph, and he was Sonic from the video games. That's why he was chosen. And Assassin's Creed. Now he's the lead villain in Planes. I'm so happy for him in a movie full of celebs. And then there's one of us, and it feels great. And hopefully Hollywood will remember that you don't have to throw away a $20 million paycheck. We work for a lot cheaper than that.
Exactly. I mean, you're in a Disney movie. I don't even know if Steve Bloom's been in a Disney movie. I think you've won up Bloom.
I actually saw Wreck-It Ralph at NebrasCon the week Wreck-It Ralph was in theaters, and I went with Steve Bloom. He wanted to kind of go and cheer me on. I said, I can't wait to see this movie. He's like, me neither. It's like, so him, our friends, our mutual friends, con staff, we took up like 2 rows of the theater, and everyone just cheered and clapped when they, when my scene happened and on the credits, and it's like I almost teared up.
Yeah,
it's like, this is
should have got an Academy Award. Should have got an Academy Award. Best cameo.
Movie. Well, that movie, I think, got ripped. I mean, Disney won in the end because of Brave and they own Pixar, but come on.
But Brave, I mean, have you seen the kid's head? It looks like she got hit in the face with a frying pan, got knocked up the ugly tree, and fell down and hit every branch on the way. My gosh, that kid looks unnaturally. I mean, with Wreck-It Ralph, they look video game-ish, which is the point because it's a video game movie. I have no idea what they were trying to do with Brave.
I know. It's kind of wacky, but I even saw some test footage of 2D animation for Wreck-It Ralph, and it was beautiful. It was just black and white, but it showed just a little piece of the monologue from John C. Reilly in the beginning. It's like, my name's Ralph, I'm a bad guy, and this is one regret I have. I had the chance to audition to voice match Ralph for the video game, and I turned it down because I didn't think I could sound like him. And after I turned it down, I started practicing. It's like, I think I can kind of do it. It's kind of there. if I really practice. But alas, it wasn't meant to be. Which just means better, cooler things down the way.
Well, maybe, just maybe, if they add Wreck-It Ralph to the Kingdom Hearts franchise, which I think, be perfect.
Yeah.
Just maybe.
Well, I'd be hip to that. The way they got all those cameos from characters from multiple companies is they just went to E3 and asked.
I mean, I can't believe that they got so many. Sega, Namco, Bandai. It's just so mind blowing. I mean, you got Street Fighter, you got Pac-Man, you got I just saw the movie a few weeks ago.
They got everybody but Mario. But if they find a way, and Rich said this, he goes, if we can find a way to work Mario in, because that the fans expect to see Mario, and they did mention a Mario at the party, but
I don't. First off, I think Charles Martinet, the voice of Mario, would be first. You'd be all over that, like
totally.
You'd be over that. Second, how can you have Bowser and a mention of Mario, but no Mario? It's like that's like mentioning Dragon Ball Z.
Right.
Without having Goku. I mean, the first few episodes after the Cell Saga, where you shined.
There you go.
There we go. Tied that in pretty well.
Nice, smooth. I like it.
Well, anyway, of course, as many may or may not know, you've undertaken a very serious change in your life. And would you be comfortable with telling us, for those who may not know about it?
Yeah, this is cool. This is the first podcast I've talked about this on. So, breaking news! If you're not following me on Twitter yet or Facebook, my fan page, but I was recently diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, and I have high cholesterol, high blood pressure. And my doc says, you got to change your life, or you're just asking for a heart attack, or you're just going to drop dead, and that would be sad. And I didn't take it in a negative way. The second he said diabetes, my mind, it clicked in my mind. It's like, that's the motivation. That is the kick in the ass I needed to hear to make me make this lifestyle change. I need to eat better. I need to cut the crap out. I need to drop weight for the sake of my health. Because if you drop weight, your blood pressure goes down. If you eat the right things, then your blood sugar won't be spiked through the roof, and you don't have to, I wasn't at the point where I have to have insulin. I can just take a prescription a couple times a day. And I'm very blessed that it was caught fairly early. Oh, but the scary thing is 2 years went by between the last time I had blood work. In just 2 years. If I had gone to have a checkup the year previous, I probably could have nipped this in the bud. And I'm wondering if aspartame, the ingredient in diet soda, isn't what kicked it over for me. I'm not saying aspartame is bad for everyone because it affects people differently. But I didn't start drinking diet soda until within that 2-year time frame. And a lot of research shows that aspartame spikes blood sugar levels to diabetes levels, and I'm wondering if that's not what happened to me. But coulda, woulda, shoulda. The doc says there's no way to tell. Just let's not be retroactive. Let's be proactive. Let's nip this in the bud, because type 2 diabetes, unlike type 1, is reversible. So you change your lifestyle, and I've been off soda and fast food for about a month now, and I've already dropped 10 pounds. And I sleep better, I feel better, and I am more jazzed than I ever have been. I know the only thing I'm more passionate about is voice acting. But really, and people have seen it. They've seen the change. They say your face is looking slimmer. I see a fire in your eyes now. You're more alive, and I'm excited and thrilled to make a new me, a me that I haven't dropped down to since college age or college. Yeah, my college weight was 220. I'm 6'3", guys, and I was like, 220 is a lot. But 220 on a 6'3" frame isn't bad. But now I'm like, when I weighed the first time at the doctor, 305. Yeah, and I said, oh my God, I passed the 300 mark. This is not good. I'm not happy with myself. Friends, doctors through the years have warned me. It's like, Kyle, you gotta watch what you're eating, man. You're asking for health problems. And it took, now that I have a very serious condition, but I've made the conscious decision to deal with it, and I'm more motivated than ever. And I think a positive attitude affects change. There's people that have gotten rid of cancer because they said, nope, I'm not going to let you win.
You got to Kamehameha this thing in the face!
Yeah, in the face! So, yeah. I don't think I'm going to have type 2 forever. I know I'm not going to look the way that most people know me from the past 13 years. You're going to see a smaller me a year from now. And I'm excited with social media and so many people following people on a daily basis. Like, you're going to see the change. You're going to hear me talk about it. And, I'm not just going to do it for a little bit and then stop, because I can't. If you let yourself go, then
it'll come back.
It'll come back and overcome, and that's not going to happen. I got way more stuff I want to do in life.
It's kind of like the Majin Buu of the human body.
Yeah. And I'm a parent too. I have a beautiful 17-year-old daughter, and so I got to be there for her too. I got so much I want to do career-wise and with my life, and I did not take this as any sort of death sentence, because it's not, but it is serious. So anyone out there who doesn't go to the doctor at least for a yearly checkup, please consider going. And if you're leading a sedentary lifestyle, as most of us do, we sit in front of our Facebooks all day and Twitters and sit online for hours on end and don't really get out much and get up and stretch or eat right. Maybe we're just having chips and pizza and soda all the time. Be proactive, guys. It's one thing to have it in moderation, but if it is your life, then you're just asking for trouble. You can't, you don't want your heart to give out on you. You don't want your blood system to become dependent on medication that you can't afford and treatment you can't afford, because a lot of us don't have insurance. So fix yourselves now so you can be around a lot longer, feel a lot better, and everything. Be there for your family and friends.
Yeah, and I look back at my extreme gulp. I've been making some bad choices.
Yeah, but we're human, and everyone's allowed to do that. But and a lifestyle is a health choice.
Yeah. Well, Kyle, you give me a lot to think about with my own weight. As you could probably see, I'm not exactly a thin guy myself. I'm actually not afraid to admit I pushed the 300 mark as well. So seeing you, take all these, gives me some inspiration, hope that maybe I can do this.
That's great. It is doable. It is doable. we're not going to become twigs or anything, and yeah, you still have cheaty meals here and there, but you stay dedicated. Do some nightly walks.
Kind of gotta be like Cookie Monster, who realized that cookies are a sometimes snack.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
exactly.
This kind of opens up, maybe I could consider, cutting back on Mr. Soda over there.
Oh, sure. And
maybe,
it's a hard thing to replace,
oh,
man.
Yeah.
It is.
Oh, yes, but if anyone, can be a true inspirational story about this, it's you.
Thank you, man.
I mean, your characters have conquered, giant snakes,
oh, yeah.
demons trying to take over the world, some of the greatest villains escaping from hell. I mean, this is just another challenge that you can overcome because you are Kyle freaking Hebert. Conqueror of Frieza, destroyer of Cell.
Yeah.
At least on my Budokai 2 game.
There you go. Yeah.
But I would love to have you back on in the future to talk about the updates and maybe give some advice for those who like me are a little on the plump side and could benefit from some of the things that you do.
Well, I can tell you right now, guys, you will feel and look different in just a month if you just cut out soda. If you just fast food, it's so hard because it's addicting. It's how we were raised. And it's tough, but man, if you can just get through that little hump and then you see the difference and then you weigh yourself and go, oh my God, I'm 10 pounds lighter. It's doable. And when you see the difference, you're going to get more motivated.
Awesome. Well, Kyle, thanks a lot, man. We'll have to have you back on to celebrate the 5th anniversary of the show, so you can tell everyone about your successful weight loss plan.
Yeah.
And when we come back, we're going to be talking with the wonderful Christina V. You're listening to the Dennis Daniels Show's Otakon-A-Thon 2013.